The much awaited Job Scholars trial kickstarts today, and specifically, Job Sikhala, as you are aware, is actually accused of possession of the explosives that we clearly explosives were planted by the state security apparatus in Zimbabwe. Over the past few weeks, he has been actually calling on Zimbabweans and the members of the international community to assist him foot his bill so that he can be in a position to pay his lawyers. He was granted a bail of 10,000 rand. And today, this morning, as we are speaking, his case is going to kickstart. Greetings and welcome to your lovely channel, Litlonipani Global News. If you're watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. So the veteran Zimbabwean opposition leader, that is Job Sikhala's trial for alleged illegal possession of explosives, starts this morning in Pretoria, South Africa. Sikhala was arrested with his uncle, Alexander Tema, in Pretoria on November 6, 2025, after South African police found 26 blasting cartridges and 15 connector caps fuses in his vehicle. He was charged with the illegal possession of explosives. After being held in custody for some days, Sikhala was granted a 10,000 bail by the Pretoria Magistrate Court on November 13, 2024. As part of his bail conditions, he was required to surrender his passport and remain in South Africa until the case is over. Sikhala's supporters and legal representatives have claimed the arrest was a political setup or sting operation orchestrated by his political rivals in Zimbabwe to silence him. Sikhala is a prominent critic of ZANU-PF government and has been persecuted for many years. He previously spent 595 days in pre-trial detention in Zimbabwe before being released early 2024. He has allegedly been targeted in other incidents shortly before his South African arrest, including a bombing at his home in August 2025. Sikhala has been arrested more than 70 times by the regime in Harare. So it's quite clear that the Job Sikhala is not supposed to be in trial, and we understand it very, very well that he is being trialed because he was set up by ZANU-PF. It's quite clear, we don't need to beat around the bush. The man was set up by ZANU-PF, and who knows, maybe it wasn't just a setup. They intended to kill him, but God intervened and the police to actually catch up with him. If you hear the case, you can tell it's those typical setups of ZANU-PF, whereby they put these devices, explosive devices, to your vehicle, and then they call the South African police services anonymously, and then they give the South African police services the directions on how, on where exactly your car is going to be moving, the route, and then the police look after you and they catch you. They found what was actually planted on Job Sikhala's case. Job Sikhala has actually vowed to reveal the regime in Harare for what it did. And also this may have been a plot and a plan, because Mnangagwa understands it very, very well, that if Job Sikhala is kept in prison, then the chances of having protest they are very, very slim, because Job Sikhala, unlike other political leaders, when it comes to confrontational politics, he has the qualities and the capabilities. And Emerson Tambutso, Mnangagwa regime in Harare fears someone who can organize protest. Protest that will see the members of the international community zeroing in the regime of Zimbabwe in Harare. Mnangagwa doesn't want that situation, and that is why he had to take care of Job Sikhala. Caption this: even the bail conditions, they are meant to keep Job Sikhala in South Africa until the trial is over. Trials of this nature can take up to maybe a year, a whole year. It won't be just a one-day trial. Definitely, it will start with the state presenting its evidence and leading the evidence, and then obviously the lawyers of Job Sikhala, depending on how they want to deal with it, witnesses coming in to witness in this particular case. So it will definitely take some time, and Mnangagwa understands it very, very well, that if Job Sikhala is in South Africa, the possibility of protest being done in Zimbabwe, it's actually slim. So it was a political strategy by the state security apparatus to do what they did to Job Sikhala in South Africa. And the ulterior motive and the ulterior goal was to actually contain Job Sikhala. They have done so successfully. But I think also to the South African government, this should raise alarm to the South African government, what ZANU-PF did. You allow a neighbor security agents to actually come into your country with explosives devices to plant them in a private citizen, and you don't investigate this, how these explosives, Zimbabwean explosives, found their way in South Africa, taking into consideration that we have witnessed a lot of ATM bombings in South Africa using the very same explosives. I think this is a matter the South African security apparatus should really take it seriously. Otherwise, you can't have a neighbor who does such. And we know these are the tricks of ZANU-PF. This smells everything ZANU-PF. So we'll be following that case as it unfolds during the course of the day, but definitely today being day one, it's going to be a marathon. It's not just be a one-day case. It may potentially take some months, if not even years. Thank you very much for watching us. If you are watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. You can financially support this channel by pressing the join button and be part of our members who are the heartbeat of this channel. You can equally do so by pressing the thanks button and send us stars. Ogan is signing off. Let me love and leave you. Let's meet